to Northview Baptist Church. We are so glad you are here to enjoy our performance. We had so much fun at music camp. We enjoyed playing fun games, enjoy delicious snacks, and learn lots of songs. We learned a lot in 4 short days.
Now, as we follow the adventures of Daniel and his friends in ancient Babylon, through it all, Danny and the Shacks trusted their God to deliver them. Let us introduce you to Danny and the Shacks.
Thank you.
You can't look that way.
Let me tell you an old story, full of twists, turns, and surprise. We will watch it all unfold. You'll see miracles you won't believe your eyes. It all began in Babylon, the greatest nation in the earth. When their army entered Judah, they conquered it and captured 4 young guys.
Well, they obviously captured more than just 4 young guys.
May I continue? They're the heroes through the ages, with greatness, faith, and power. But these 4 were unstoppable when it came to the final hour. But we are getting ahead of the story. We are getting ahead of the story. So sit back and relax. Sit back and relax. Let us introduce you to Danny. Danny and the Shacks. Danny and the Shacks. Who will you bow to, Danny? We can't wait to see. Who will you bow to, Danny? Will your faith set you free? Who will you bow to? Who will you bow to? Who will you bow to, Danny? Who will you bow to? Who will you bow to? Who will you bow to, Danny?
As you watch the adventures of our heroes unfold, you'll see that they will face a series of choices.
And these choices will change their lives.
Will they choose to compromise their beliefs and follow the rules of Babylon?
Or will they choose to follow God? Will they have faith to I wonder if they'll bow. Will they have faith to see? They'll bow. Because the power of God is greater than the power of man. Will they have faith to I wonder if they'll bow. Will they have faith to do you think they'll bow?
bow to. In our story, you'll see that some will face choices where they must physically bow.
Others will need to choose who they will follow, serve, and worship. You will see Danny and his friends face life or death decisions in the arena, the fire, and the den.
But we're getting ahead of ourselves. Danny and the Sacs just arrived in Babylon, having been captured by the Babylonians.
And they soon realized that life in Babylon was very, very different than life in Israel.
Well, you must be the strongest, best captives I've ever seen. Good for you. We are so happy to have you here in Babylon. This is Helga. She will give you a tour of our royal weight room where you will prepare for the Babylonian Warrior Challenge. What do you say, warriors?
Babylon strong!
Challenge? What challenge? You'll love it. Helga will tell you all about it. I need to finish my workout. Time for lunches. Carry on, warriors.
Babylon strong!
Here in Babylon, we work our bodies to the fullest capacity. We are the best. Now you are the best. But it looks like you might need some training before you compete.
Danny was intrigued by the idea of a physical fitness challenge. In his mind, he pictured himself flying through the course, catching barbells left and right as they're thrown at him.
Take that and that.
Although that's not exactly what happened. Here's what really happened.
This doesn't look so tough. Let me just... Ow, that hurt. I can't lift that.
He said it, you know the drill.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5!
Huh?
They do jumping jacks every time someone says the word can't.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5!
You'll get it. We have a bunch of workout words. It keeps things exciting. Just wait until someone
Don't
says...
say it.
The king assigned daily rations of food from his own kitchen. They were to be trained for 3 years and then enter the king's service. But Danny was determined not to defile himself by eating this food served by the king. So he asked permission not to eat the unacceptable food.
Helga, I would respectfully ask that me and my friends will not eat the king's food.
We have the best chefs in all of Babylon. Making food for you day and night. Why in the world would you ask that?
I can't but to notice
1, 2, 3, 4, 5!
that you're still lifting weights.
Gotta keep that heart rate up.
She's our top warrior. She never stops working out.
Babylon strong!
As you know, we are Israelites.
That's the word!
Israelites! Israelites! 1, 2, 3, 4! 1, 2, 3, 4! Ho!
Please know that our God has special rules for us to follow. May we please be allowed to eat vegetables and drink water for the next 10 days?
That's a sure way to lose the competition.
You gotta have protein.
Even so, we're following the rules of our Most High God. Just give us 10 days and see how we do.
I don't know. If King Neb sees you looking weak in the competition, he's gonna punish me.
Don't worry, our God will never let us down.
He keeps his promises and we depend on him.
10 days passed and it was time for the competition.
Danny and his friends had eaten only vegetables, while the Babylonians had eaten like kings.
Just look around, we will sing this song. As our enemies fall to the ground, we're Babylon strong. And you'll need to choose if you will join us or be ready to lose.
Obstacle 1. The first challenge is the crushing cone of Tabata.
Rich as far as you can see, thanks to our great King.
That's me.
Strength is what we build our lives upon. Our future lies in our own hands. We will win like no one
Obstacle 2, the Rings of Wrath.
Just look around, we will sing this song. As our enemies fall to the ground, we're Babylon strong. And you'll need to choose if you will join us or be ready to lose.
Looks like the new guys are crushing the home team. What is happening?
My heart depends upon the one and only God, not the riches or the strength of Babylon. God's in control of everything. He knows what it takes. He will trust
We're
in
Babylon
him.
strong. Just look around, we will sing this song.
The Israelites
As
are
our
rounding the
enemies
corner
fall
to the last
ground, we're
obstacle.
Babylon strong.
They're not
You
falling
need to
back.
choose if you will join
The
us
Israelites are
or be
finishing the
ready
course.
to lose. Strong,
This is unprecedented. The
Babylon
Babylonians,
strong,
in an unexpected twist,
strong,
have
Babylon strong.
been defeated.
The challenge was over, and Danny and the Shacks were crowned the winners. They determined to give all their glory to God.
Yay!
I've got to say, those vegetables did not disappoint. How did you do it?
It was the Most High. He made us strong.
Whatever. As Babylonians, you're going to need new names. So from now on, you're Shadrach, you're Meshach, and you are Abednego. Now, back to push-ups.
Meanwhile, King Neb was very impressed that Danny and his friends had won the Babylonian Warrior Challenge.
Babylon strong.
I'm very impressed with you, Israelites.
Israelites, Israelites, 1, 2, 3, 4, run, 2, 3, 4, ho!
I can't imagine.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh, how you did it. But you beat my finest people in the Babylonian Warrior Challenge.
Babylon strong.
You easily beat the obstacle course even without eating any of our chef's finest food. Tell me y'all's names again.
I'm Shadrach. I'm Meshach.
I'm just going to call you the Shacks.
I like it.
Would you like to be regular competitors in the challenge? You have the strength that it takes.
Our strength comes from Yahweh, the Most High God. We will live and serve here and continue to serve. But please allow us to continue and serve our God and what we choose to eat.
King Neb agreed, and they continued to quietly worship God and ate the food they knew God wanted them to.
In fact, 3 years later, they were stronger and healthier than all the others that had eaten the great food of the kingdom.
They chose to have faith and follow God even when it was unpopular.
Even when it seemed the wisest choice was to eat the food served by the king so they can be strong.
So God blessed them as they lived in a foreign land.
It's easier said than done to stay true. No, you are. It's easier said than done to be in the world, but not grateful.
Decision can change everything, except the course of your life. It's up to God or go it alone. Everyone decides.
does, and Danny and the Shacks adjusted to their new life.
Danny and his friends prayed and asked God to give them wisdom in the new land. Above all, they continued to trust God that he would take care of them.
Soon Danny was sent off to oversee operations in various parts of the land.
Meanwhile, the king appointed the Shacks over province in Babylon. One day, the king had a big announcement.
What a great king I am! Look at all I've accomplished. All praise and glory go to me. Wait until you see what I built.
A 90-foot golden
statue of our favorite person, me.
All were informed that when the beat dropped, they would be forced to bow down and worship the golden statue. Whoever would not would be thrown into a furnace of blazing fire. The Shacks had a big problem. They knew they couldn't bow down to anyone but God.
There's no way we can bow down to that thing, right? Of course not! We can't!
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Shacks, Shackies, Shacksters. I know you guys have your own beliefs, but you're not thinking this through. It's going to be pretty obvious when everybody bows to the statue, and you guys aren't.
The king loves us. Maybe he will make an exception?
The Shacks thought the king might change his mind. What if he thought that no one should bow to the statue at all? They could just imagine.
To my loyal Babylonians, I was just talking to my very best friends, the Shacks here, and they reminded me that there is only one God, so I'm taking down the statue. We will all worship the one true God.
Yay! But by now, I think you should know that's not what happened. This is what happened.
If anyone does not bow down to the statue, they will be thrown into a hot, fiery furnace immediately.
You guys are not thinking this through, Shackizzles. I know for a fact that the king was impressed with your God. He helped you in the warrior challenge.
Just because someone is impressed with God doesn't mean their life has changed.
But we don't want to lose you. You'd be of no use to your God if you've been toasted.
I mean, you can make just this one compromise, and then you can serve God for a long, long time.
It's easy to compromise. And it's easy to get caught up in worshiping other things. We must worship the one true God. We won't bow. Simple as.
I'd like to begin the festivities for a gigantic, enormous worship service for the best king around, me. Welcome to my party. So glad you came. It's a big celebration to praise my name. While we're all here, there's something you should know. Hate to mention it, but here it goes. Let's all celebrate and have some fun. But before you do anything else, first you gotta bow.
Bow down to your king, to the statue sing. Bow down, bow down. Bow down to your king, bring an offering. Bow down, bow down. Surely you won't mind if you bow down low. Bow down to your king, bow down to your king. Bow down, bow down, bow down.
This once compromise. You gotta think of yourself and compromise. The ends will justify the means. Plus, if you don't go along, everyone will see.
Bow down to your king, to the statue sing. Bow down, bow down. Bow down to your king, bring an offering. Bow down, bow down. Now you've heard the law, now you have to bow. If you're gonna change your mind, then you better do it now.
On the count of 4, you're gonna bow down low. 1, 2, 3, 4,
God has the power, he is our king. He is the Lord over everything. We stand. He's the only one worthy of praise. May His will be done. We stand. For Jehovah reigns. He will rescue us and He will save. We stand. And we will not bow, for He will deliver us even now. We stand. The Lord our King. He is the Lord over everything. We stand. And we will need one worthy of praise. May His will be done. We stand. Jehovah reigns. He will rescue us and He will save. We stand. And we will not bow, for He will deliver us even now. We stand. Stand.
When all was said and done, the shacks did not bow. In fact, they stood tall. When all was said and done, the shacks did not bow. In fact, they stood tall.
But some of the Babylonians were not too happy about the way things turned out. Helga brought the matter up with the king the following day while they were all planking.
Oh, King, your royal muscliness. Did you notice that your favorite Hebrews conveniently forgot to bow at the ceremony yesterday?
Those cool cats, the shacks, are you sure?
They still must be true to their God. They are Israelites.
Israelites, Israelites, 1, 2, 3, 4. Run, 2, 3, 4.
Ha! The nerve! How ungrateful! After I put them in charge of the provinces here in Babylon, bring them here!
And so they were brought to the king and given one more chance.
I'll give you one more chance to fall down and worship the golden statue of me. If you do not, you will be thrown into the fire. Rika, tell them about the fire.
Oh, it's so hot, King. You can roast a marshmallow in 1 second, popcorn in 3, and pizza in 5. And well, let's just say you don't want to stand anywhere near it.
Much less in it. Ha ha ha! I cracked myself up.
God can deliver us from the fire, but even if He doesn't, He is still more powerful than all your gods.
We will not worship your statue or your gods.
Pity. I really liked you, Shacks.
Those sacroiliacs were thrown into a furnace hot so hot, they were stuck without a chance to ever make it out. But to Babylon's surprise, they were untouched by the heat. God sent His angels and cooled them head to feet.
He's with you in the fire. He's with you in the flame. He is here and He will save. He's with you in the fire. He's with you in the flame. He is here and He will save. When things get too hot to handle, too hot, don't give in to your fear. The enemy's a liar. Too hot to handle, too hot. God is here, there's even more in the fire, Lord in the fire. Lord in the fire.
So Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego were brought out of the fire.
And the fire had not burnt any part of them.
Once again, King Neb was very impressed that Daniel and that their God had saved them from the fire. He said,
Praise be to the God of the shacks, who has sent an angel to rescue them. They were willing their lives rather than serve any other god but their own. For there I decree, anyone who says anything bad about their God will be forced to do 1,000 sit-ups and 5 million burpees. There is no other God like this.
Yay! Many years went by and new kings came and went. New king arrived with a very different bent.
He loved his music, and this much we know. You'd never see him without his saxophone.
King Darius was more interested in music, so he converted the weight room into a palace recording studio. He loved to jam with the other musicians, especially Danny.
In fact, he planned to put Danny in charge of the whole kingdom someday. Soon, Danny was the second most powerful musician in all the land. The other musicians did not like that.
He's a foreigner, and he's going to be in charge of us? He doesn't even practice piano for 7 hours a day. He keeps stopping to pray to his God.
Can you imagine? I'm practicing my vocalizing and warming up like every second. Me, 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 me.
The other leaders tried to find something wrong with Danny because they were jealous that he was so respected. But they could not find anything to blame him for. So they decided to trick the king into making a law that they knew Danny would not follow.
Let's convince the king to make a law that everyone in the land has to pray to King Darius for 30 days. It'll be a sign of their loyalty.
That's perfect. And if they don't?
Throw them in the lion's den.
So they approached the king.
Let me get this straight. Everyone will pray to me for 30 days? Yep. Not gonna lie, I love that idea.
And just in case the king found out that it was a trap for Danny, they wrote in a clause so that the law would go into immediate effect and could never be changed. But Danny continued to pray to God 3 times a day with his windows open so all could see.
God, I praise you. You are the one and only true God. My life is always in your hands. Please guide me today as I seek to follow your will and serve you. Amen.
The jealous musicians alerted King Darius immediately. He realized in horror that he had to stay true to his decree and send Danny to the lion's den.
I'm so sorry, Danny. I was tricked into making this decree. May your God, whom you faithfully serve, deliver you from this den of lions. Don't worry, my king. My God will continue to protect me. We'll jam again. You'll see.
So they threw him into a den of lions.
You know that feeling you get in the pit of your soul when you think about a burger such sweet satisfaction, knowing all will soon be fine. You've heard the dinner bell, and it's finally supper time. Daniel was thrown down a certain dune. They even got a stone closed like a tomb.
All seems lost, what would Danny do? He would trust God to see him through.
Lions grin, waiting for a treat. If the Tummies were happy, they'd feel such sweet relief. But to their surprise, it all went south when God sent an angel.
God shut their mouths. God shut their mouths. God shut their mouths. God shut their mouths. When it seemed there was no way out, God shut their mouths.
I think they're trying to speak. I'm sorry, I can't understand you.
Perhaps we can jump in and translate. Welcome to our home.
Sorry about the mess.
If it's not a bother.
Oh, he wants to eat you.
Oh, thank you anyway. I'm just gonna step over here.
God shut their mouths. God shut their mouths. God shut their mouths. God shut their mouths. When it seemed there was no way out, God shut their mouths. The safest place was in that lion's den. Center of his will, the best place you've ever been. The lions know now there is no doubt the power of God. God shut their mouths. God shut their mouths. God shut their mouths. God shut their mouths. When it seemed there was no way out, now one will sing and shout. God shut their mouths. God shut their mouths. God shut their mouths. God shut their mouths. When it seemed there was no way out, God shut their mouths. When it seemed there was no way out, God shut their mouths. When it seemed there was no way out, God shut their mouths.
At the first light of dawn, King Darius hurried to the lion's den and called out,
Danny boy, friend, have you been eaten? May the king live forever. My God has sent an angel, and he shut the mouths of the lions. Hot diggity dog. They have not hurt me. Hot diggity dog. This calls for a saxophone celebration.
King Darius then sent orders to lift Danny out of the den immediately.
and when Danny was lifted out of the den, no wound was found on him because he had trusted in his God. Danny trusted God in the lion's den. In faith, he believed the impossible.
Even in Babylon, you can still live in the presence of Almighty God.
For better is one day in his presence than 1,000 spent anywhere else.
Are those who dwell in your house? Oh, they are ever praising you. Blessed are those whose strength is in you. Oh, you have set their
keep the house of my God, then draw and test the wicked. For warriors shall and shield honor. Blessed the man who trusts in you. Blessed the man who trusts in you.
Blessed the man who trusts in you. I'm blessed.
He's blessed.
You're blessed.
He's blessed.
Blessed the man who trusts in you. I'm blessed.
He's blessed.
You're blessed.
He's blessed.
Blessed the man who trusts in you. I'm blessed.
He's blessed.
You're blessed.
She's blessed.
Blessed the man who trusts in you. I'm blessed.
He's blessed.
You're blessed.
She's blessed.
One day, better is one day. Oh, better is one day in your courts. Better is one day. Better is one day. Oh, better is one day in your courts than 1,000 elsewhere.
Blessed the man who trusts in you. 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 Blessed the man.
Blessed the man who trusts in you. I'm blessed. You're blessed.
Blessed the man who trusts in you. Blessed is the man who trusts in you. Blessed the man who trusts in you. Blessed is
You're blessed.
Blessed the man who trusts in you. 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 Blessed the man who trusts in you.
Maybe you're in your own Babylon, a difficult place where it's hard to feel that God is with you.
Rest assured that He is near and you can worship Him no matter where you are.
He is with you in Babylon.
He is with you in the fire. He is with you in the den.
Look for where God is working.
No matter where, no matter how disastrous it seems, God is right in the middle of it. Even in the midst of difficult times in our lives. God is with us. He is listening, and in faith we stand for Him.
I will stand for the one true God. I will stand when no one stands with me. I will stand for the Son of King, even if the world comes against me. I will stand.
God calls each of us to have courage and take a stand in different ways. It might be like the Shacks refusing to bow to a false god.
Or Danny kneeling and praying to God, even when there was a law against it.
It might even mean serving God in a place where no one else is serving. Have courage and take a stand.
No matter how God calls you to stand, He will stand with you so He can give you the strength to stand for Him.
Even in the lion's den, even in the fire, even when everyone around turns away, I will stand for the one true God. I will stand when no one stands with me. I will stand.
Put your faith in God. Oh, and He still works today.
So this isn't the end of the story.
No, this isn't the end of the story.
Now you've heard the facts. God still does mighty acts. We will trust the God of Danny. Danny in the shacks. Danny in the shacks. Danny in the shacks.
We did it, everyone. We did it. Silly Billies.